go, so Reiver Games, workout 1. Just imagine that there's a lane here. There'll be lanes all the way across the gym. So workout 1 has 2 separate scores. First one, you're going to have the athlete starting on separate parts. You'll have one athlete starting on the rower, one athlete starting at the barbell. It's a 10-minute AMRAP for each of the things. The first one is, partner 1 is going to do 8 lateral burpee over bar and then max thrusters in the remainder time, while partner 2 is on the rower pulling for max calories. At the minute mark each time, you will swap. That means 5 rounds of each all the way through. You can swap whenever you want, as long as it's at the minute mark. You can swap early if you want, as long as on the minute mark, person A starts and person B starts here. So for the burpees over the bar and for the thrusters, so the burpee over the bar is lateral. It's relatively simple, chest and thighs to the floor. Then you come up. You don't have to come all the way up to full extension, but RX and intermediate do have to take a 2-footed takeoff over the bar and then back down on the other side. So that's 1 rep and then back up, and that's 2 rep. You can step up, jump up from the burpee, step down, jump down, whatever you want. Make sure it's a 2-footed takeoff. If you're split, as long as you 2-footed takeoff, you don't have to 2-footed landing. But what I don't want to see is jumping over like this. Yeah, so none of this split. I want 2 feet taken off the floor at the same time and over the barbell. Okay, scaled, you can step over the barbell. If you want to step over the barbell, scaled you can step, but it's 8 over the bar. If for whatever reason in the minute you don't get any burpees over, you don't finish your burpees over the bar and get no thrusters for that particular round, that'd be no score for that one. And then you can try and get one in the next one and the next one. So once you finish your 8 burpee over the bar, you're gonna pick the bar up and you're gonna do max thrusters. So thruster is, make sure you're hitting depth in the thruster, full extension with the bar stacked, keep it up at the top. So keep the bar stacked with the elbows clear, shoulders stacked over the hips, knees and ankles. So the bar should be all the way up for the rep to count. Okay, you can do them in singles. You can squat clean the first rep if you want, which would be from the floor. So squat clean in the rep, down and up to full extension. Okay, so your score for that will be the total combined number of thrusters that you get in the workout. Okay. And the other part is pretty clear. It's for max rowing calories. They're 2 separate leaderboard scores. So for example, if you got no reps on this, you'd still get your full score on this and you'd be on a separate leaderboard for that. So score 1 and score 2. Athlete 1 or athlete 2 will start on the rower at the beginning. The other athlete will be there, and like I say, you can swap at the minute mark, you can swap early to the minute mark, it doesn't matter, yeah? So you swap on as long as they can only row when the minute starts, they can only start the burpee over bar when the minute starts. The clock will be on 10 intervals of a minute, and your score is, this is one score, and this is another score, okay? So, workout 1, that was part A. Part B starts immediately after the 10 minutes finishes. You will then have 5 minutes for both of you to establish a 1 rep max clean. So you come immediately off part A, you move to part B. Any clean is acceptable. So we've got a muscle clean if you want to muscle clean the bar. Straight up, we then got a power clean. And we've got a squat clean. You'll have 1 bar between you. There will be no time to recover from part A, so I wouldn't bother trying. You're going to see whatever you can hit in the time frame. You've only got 1 barbell, so obviously only 1 athlete can lift at a time. You can put as much weight on as you want. The rep only counts if it's complete when the buzzer goes. So if you start to pick it up at 59, you've not finished the clean by the time the timer stops, the rep does not count. There's nothing really much else to this part. It is just a max clean. Your score is combined between you and your partner. So your heaviest clean, you can have as many attempts as you can manage to fit in 5 minutes, which wouldn't be many. And the score is the combined clean. For this, Dead Grip Tape have donated a few prizes. So for the highest male lift and the highest female lift, there will be a stack of grip tape for you. And then in each category, so the highest combined in every category, will get a roll of grip tape each from Dead Grip Tape. And there isn't really much else to that. Any questions, give me a shout. But you've got part 1 and part 2, so the overall between part A and B is a 15-minute time cap. 10 minutes in the first part and 5 minutes in the second part.